Okay, hello, welcome everybody to a very unusual and slightly bizarre FF14 stream. If you guys tuned in on Tuesday, you will note that Rain and I had not finished up the level 75 quests, which is not our usual proceedings. So now that he doesn't have to work tomorrow, he and I are gonna do a quick little stream here to finish up what's left of the level 75 quests. And I'm pretty sure, just based on where I'm at, probably where he's at, it may be, I'll give out the forewarning that it'll probably be 2 weeks before we jump into 76, but we'll try and get there as soon as we can to progress a little bit further. But in the meantime, we are all set up and ready. Discord is up. Rain is here. Hello, Rain.
Hello.
So we left off on the Burden of Knowledge, which is basically we get to enter the level 75 dungeon. So now that we are up and ready, at least I am, let me double check, make sure I got some heated battles. Yep, I got at least one left, so we'll just pop that up.
That's fine. Yeah.
And
Back to
okay, so
it will be but a moment.
I'm gonna go use the facilities just real quick while you get all set up and prepared. Alright, bathroom is good. I am relieved. and Sandra is doing the Tataru. We have the Carlton and we have the Tataru. Alright, so we're gonna be doing this with some randoms. 'Cause I don't really have any.
Joining us. Speaking of which, your stalker says hi.
I'm not seeing it, so let me try refreshing the chat. Alright, so I will. Paso, are you here in the stream? I don't know.
Just got a message through Tell that Paso can join.
Alright, okay. Alright, I will shoot her an invite. Okay, so we have tank, healer, and DPS, so we'll probably deal with one random, which isn't horrible.
Could be worse.
Yep. So, we will give this a go. Paso, are you ready? This is gonna be fun. There's my stalker. Alright. So, we got 3/4 of the party here, so we should be good. The Empire of Ronka was a place of magic and enlightenment, of peace and prosperity. Sadly, it was not meant to last. Though not but ruins remain, they remain heavily guarded nonetheless. The Catania Revel is perhaps the most sacred of these sites, home to the ancient wisdom of the past. With the advent of the Flood, however, you have reason to believe something more sinister now resides there as well. Alright, let's see how bad this could be.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, we got a kick-ass healer, we got a good DPS, and we got an alright tank. Interesting music.
Very.
Alright. Alright, so
Oh, I see.
yay!
Not sure that's a happy yay.
Ouch. Okay, I already got that one figured out. Jeez, this guy takes a good second to go down. It's like a little mini boss.
I just think there's probably a few of them. Mechanics are pretty simple, though.
Yeah. I like the layout of the dungeon so far. Strawberry! Hello, Strawberry. The EXP payout's pretty nice. So, when you say you've been waiting for this stream, Strawberry, was it like you were waiting to see the other half of this, or were you waiting for this particular moment in the stream? Trying to get a feel for how you're thinking.
Strife. The enemies aren't dead yet.
Oh shit. I only saw the 3, my bad. You're streaming so late, I thought you weren't going to stream. No, unfortunately, I got out of work a little bit late, so, you know, day job sucks, but it keeps me funded so I can keep streaming FF. I was wanting to watch you go through the dungeon. Well, I appreciate the extra support and glad you're looking forward to something that we're doing. This is the first, like, this is the first Shadowbringers dungeon I've done as a Shadowbringers introduced class that I have no prior knowledge of how it's gonna go beforehand. Okay, I'm not missing anything this time, right?
Nope, not this time.
Oh look, it's another one.
Yep.
Oh, you dick. You know, this dungeon's got some really good music. I mean, it's very chill.
Ooh.
Oh, Sen!
Sen ate it hard.
Again, I appreciate all the extra support, Strawberry, but if you need to get some sleep, don't stay up on my account, hon. Ooh, this looks like it could be interesting.
This should be fun.
Close it all.
What's that? Interesting.
Okay, so as we know with the rule, no explaining things at first, so we can see if we can actually figure it out. So, that being said, I will at least give the courtesy ready check. And a countdown. Stone Fist. Okay, so that's Tank Buster.
Sun Toes. Okay. Uh-oh.
That's interesting.
Kefka mechanic.
Yep, okay. Oh, Strawberry wants to know if she can say have fun. No, you cannot say have fun, Strawberry. How dare you tell us to have fun?
Yeah, some nerve. Damn.
Nobody has fun in a dungeon.
Sev might beg to differ. But this is Sev we're talking about here.
Oh!
Oh! Okay.
Ouch, okay.
That's different.
Don't apologize, Strawberry. I'm just having a little fun with you.
Yeah, we're just joking.
Oh, I'm sorry. ... Stone Fist. Ow.
That looks like it hurts. A lot.
It does. I'm adequately geared for this, and I'm still taking almost 45. 45k.
How's this gonna work this time?
Okay, so Heat Up seems to introduce kind of like a wiping city mechanic, where like one side. Okay, so that whole situation is like taking a wiping city final boss mechanic and combining it with Kefka.
Yep. You gotta angle it so that one spot's safe. I was trying to figure out where was safe. There was nowhere that was safe.
So according to Strawberry, this is the only dungeon that she actually did from start to finish her first time through using the trust system only.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. This is the only dungeon I completed via the trust system. Everything else... Oh shit!
There we go.
Roasted! Ooh. Those are pretty nice looking gauntlets.
Ooh. Look at that chest piece.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of these freaking chest pieces, and they look really good.
I'm just gonna put greed. That's not eerie at all. Oh, really? Acrobats?
Oh, come on, Square.
Square, really?
Square, I thought you were better than this.
No, you didn't. These are the guys that put the tentacle book in the frickin' library.
Strawberry also goes on to add, all the other ones I died too many times to complete it with the trust system.
Really?
So far, like, the only dungeon I have found, like, admittedly, I've only done 2 of them via the trust system, but the only one I have found that gives me any trouble is Don Ming, and that depends on who I have in my party and what class I'm running, because I have found, for me, running Don Ming, if I use Thancred, Minfilia, and Oriange, and I run Dancer, I get my ass handed to me by the second boss. I just don't deal enough damage before he fucking wipes the floor with us.
I managed to beat that one.
Any other class I went as, I could easily do that fight, but for whatever reason, just with that party set up as Dancer, I could not get the job done.
Oh shit, I pulled the iguana.
Ah! Yeah, Strawberry says, yeah, I couldn't figure out the mechs, although I didn't bother trying the trust system with, I think, the last dungeon. An unsettling cry rings out through the temple as a wall crumbles. Square, your description needs to be worked on. Unsettling cry is not the first word that comes to mind.
If only I was leveling Dragoon. Well.
AoE combo and 2+ mobs. Of course, it would help if you attacked the one I was attacking, so this way it didn't pull, but... Trying to figure out if he's asking me to pull more or just make sure I do my aggro table right so this way they don't pull off.
I didn't realize he said anything.
Yep. Strife AoE combo and 2+ mobs, please. There, I did what you asked, sir. Some people just are never happy. Or don't, that's cool too.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I don't care. Interesting.
Bat Squatch.
Squatch. This will be interesting.
Alright, let's see what this dude's got. No mercy. Subsonics. Jesus.
Alrighty then.
Talking about throwing a temper tantrum.
Oh. Yep.
Ooh, ouch. Poor Sen.
That's a little bit of a callback, I think, to Ravmaster.
A little bit, I think.
Very tiny.
Oh, that one's got some like anti-tower callbacks, and then this part has got some rape and pasta callbacks.
Yeah. The headbanging from the anti-tower. Yeah, I get it. Literal headbanging.
Seriously. Oh, I got hit by the falling rock. Oh, you dick.
Hey, Sen, maybe try not getting hit so much, bro.
He straight up freaking like I thought I had it clear, like it was gonna fall forward. No, that shit fell on an angle right on top of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's so horrible. You rude. You're rude. You're a dick. You know, I was gonna follow that up with something, but yeah. You're rude. You're alright. You're rude. You're a dick. Dicks like you should be slapped. Kinky.
Kinky.
Alrighty.
Yep, so far I'm liking this place.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Raktika Falls.
That's what I'm talking about.
Alright, sorry, Paso.
Alright. No. Ooh. You really?
Yeah, should have known better.
Very badly. Let me take down at least one. Oh no, no, it wasn't gonna happen.
Okay, I did as the samurai asked. He's got no one to blame but himself.
And here's a pillow 10 for you.
Yeah, this dungeon is pretty freaking gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now I'm pulling my way.
Yep.
Sin Spitter. Kinky. He's a Sin Spitter. Strawberry says she loves how the water looks too. Not to mention the trees and the flowers.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, hey, look at that. We actually did manage to take out one enemy before we died.
Oh,
We took out the earth bomb looking thing.
fantastic. It's a variation on Whisper of the Land.
Thankfully, the EXP payout here is pretty decent.
Yeah.
And it's got a pretty decent,
Yeah,
like...
it will go up with the trust system. Slightly. There's an echo.
Echo Kitana. Yeah, I want to say I think it was at like 2 mil XP coming into this. I'll have to go back and double check. But we're not even at the final boss yet, and I'm already pushing 5.5. So the experience payout, even with a party in here, is pretty freaking immaculate.
Here, grab the coffer. Ooh, look at that thing.
I will look momentarily.
Yeah, we're about at the boss because we just got a katana as a drop.
Oh, the Keeper's Blade is katana, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hi,
Come on,
buddy.
boys. Sin spitter.
I need a bunch of Harambe's on a little too much meth.
Maybe. Alright, so it's not a bad looking katana. Aha! Whoa.
Ooh. This should be interesting. And there's the music.
There it is.
Yeah.
Lost in the flood, your proud angels bathing their wages of blood. We're going to the casket to cast out tomorrow. Hound out of heaven.
Ooh. That hurt.
Ooh.
So that's its AoE.
We fall, we fall, we
That's easy.
You just gotta watch where the poison drops and make sure you're not lined up with it.
Yep.
So little bit of like a Sophia mechanic there.
A little bit, yeah. Okay, what's this? Okay. I think it's distance. Yep.
Come on, buddy. Come on, puppy.
Nope.
Come on, puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it worked! Fuck you! Take your stupid mechanics! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rough Divide.
Move away, Paso.
Stack.
Ooh.
That looks painful.
That hurt a lot. That hurt a lot.
We fall, we fall, we fall, we fall, we fall, we fall, we fall. This music will never get old to me.
It's going to take a very long time. Okay. Let's see what we're doing here. So let's do this.
Was lost to the flood. The blood is living, the weight is the blood. And wrecked.
That was good.
That one was actually, yeah.
That one actually had a little bit of thought process to it.
Mm-hmm. No. Alright, so what'll come from here?
You know, dudes like that are why I like the trust system.
So, time to take down the Light Warden and dispel the light. But considering the events and that conversation between your soul and Urion J, it does make me wonder whether or not it's going to spark more of a problem. And night has returned.
The Light Warden is dead. The Blessed's prayers have been answered.
Aye, that they have. His condition yet troubleth thee?
It does. Though he shows no immediate signs of corruption, the danger remains. He must be told.
Hmm.
Would you describe it to me, Urion? Paint for me a picture with your words.
A sea of shimmering stars. Diamonds strewn across a raven gown. Boundless and beautiful. 'Tis an exquisite sight, not unlike that of the source. Calm and gentle and forgiving.
I can see it.
For however deep the void, or wide the expanse, there is no shore so distant as to be beyond the reach of light. Ominous though that may sound, given our present travails.
I'm not sure if she just smacked him on the ass or patted him on the back.
Well fought.
Tough to tell.
Let us return home.
Good game, Urion J.
The murals. If I am not mistaken, they predate the Empire.
How can you tell?
A peculiarity of the paint. Most are made from mineral-based pigments. But whatever was used here is older than anything I have ever seen. According to Almet, this sanctuary was built to preserve the wisdom of the ancients. What events do these murals commemorate, I wonder?
No, it's just based on the guess. It looks like the rejoining Zodiac and Heidelin.
Must you always linger after defeating your enemies? Navigating these halls on foot is exhausting.
Come to lead us to safety, have you?
I was bored. But how is the hero of the hour? Fighting fit, I see. Keep up the good work.
You're plotting something.
Every hour of every day. But never you mind about that. As I have told you 1,000 times before, I like to watch. Nothing more.
Perv.
Well, I would quit this place and I suggest you do the same. There is yet work to be done. bring a tear to the eye.
You recognize these scenes?
That I do. Indeed, there was a time when anyone and everyone would. Until one calamitous day when the world was divided across 10 and 3 reflections, sundering the land and all who dwelled upon it. And the worst part? No one could remember it. Not really. Just fragments and fleeting memories of an achingly familiar world. A vision shared of a paradise lost, preserved only in song and scripture and paint. Once upon a time. Yet here we find ourselves again, to look, learn, and remember.
Then share with us the stories you know so well. We are listening.
Before the Great Sundering, there was one world. A world that knew naught but peace and prosperity. Until it was faced with a crisis. Unprecedented, terrifying. Civilization found itself perched upon a precipice, staring into oblivion. But through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest. Zodiac was his name, and by his grace was the calamity averted.
Zodiac.
A savior mighty and magnificent, deserving of reverence and gratitude. One would have thought, yet some thought otherwise. From the fears of these naysayers would rise Hydaelyn, she who was to serve as his shackles, to bind him and hold him in check. And so they fought, and they fought, and they fought, and in the end, Hydaelyn was victorious. With all her strength, she smote him, dealing a blow so devastating that it split the very fabric of reality. And thus was Zodiac banished and his being divided.
So I was right on the telling of Hydaelyn and Zodiac.
That concludes today's lesson on long-forgotten history. Though I imagine your mother would offer a rather contradictory account, as is her wont.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. But...
What? Not gods of the first? Is that what you thought these paintings depicted? Or... Oh. Oh. They are gods after a fashion, yes. But no different from the kind with which you are so intimately acquainted. Formed of faith and prayer, of conviction and devotion.
So Hydaelyn and Zodiac are primal.
The eldest and most powerful of primals.
You have spun quite a tale. Yet you have not explained the role of the Ascians in all of this. How is it you are privy to ancient secrets lost to time?
Finally you ask the right question. And shrewd questions warrant honest answers. We Ascians know because it is our history, our story. It was we who summoned Zodiac. We natives of that sundered paradise.
Fascinating.
Now, do you see why we yearn for the great rejoining?
Yeah, we're in different instances.
For our world. For our people. For all creation to be made whole again. Wouldn't you wish for the same?
That was an enlightening experience, though not in the way I had hoped. Do you suppose there's any truth in Emmett Selk's claims? The side quests are real, yo. Alright. Bearing with it. Though recent events plainly warrant further discussion, I think it's best that we wait until Alphino and the others are present. Emmett Selk concluded. How convenient that he should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Finale and make certain of the Emorian's withdrawal. After that, Slitherbound. The Blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky.
Oh, sweet Jesus, that's all the side quests. You weren't kidding.
So, since we are in separate instances, I'm just gonna teleport to Finale. Strawberry says this is the beginning of when she started to pity Emmett Selk. You are returned and unharmed, I see. Indeed, I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. That the death of a single Sin Eater should make such a difference. As our numbers waned, so too did our hope that the ruins we had devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. Yet here you are, the allies for whom we have waited these many centuries, and with your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of the Vise, our forebears and the late Emperor Ronka, you have our deepest thanks. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Katana Revel proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honor, one for which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We but do our duty as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. But sister, does this not mean our duty is fulfilled? To our allies, perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. So long as we live here in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must not fall into the wrong hands. Is Runar still here? No, we escorted him back to Slitherbound shortly after you set out. If you would return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. Thank you, Almet. I look forward to the day when we might share more leisurely visits to the ruins of Ronka. We will wait your return then. Alright, so back to Slitherbound. Let's see.
I'm about 4 mil from level.
Ah, you are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes. The sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering. In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered. That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. Now I see that I was right. You are the bringers of shadow. The warriors of darkness. The saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong, but we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
I will do as you say. But please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we would hold you in ours. Now, and ever after. By the boundless dark, this I swear.
So, Passo's my stalker in stream, and the Warrior of Darkness, fucking Albert is my stalker in game. Sweet! Stalkers all around! Alright,
So much stalker.
And that is the end of the level 75 quests. So, yeah. Lots of side quest stuff to do. Yep.
Also, the music has returned to this place.
Mm-hmm.
Mullins, no! Damn it!
So now it's just a matter of grinding to 76 and progressing onwards, so that's going to be really fun. I think I'm going to actually put a little bit more effort into actually running Ravel, because I like a lot of the gear drops I've seen from there.
Yeah, the gear drops are pretty nice.
So somehow I managed to get the freaking katana from that place.
Very nice.
Got the gauntlets. I also got the pants of fending. And the thigh boots of fending. And the bracelets of fending. So yeah. Alright, well, we're finally through the level 75 quest. Technically, if you want to like measure it out like that, we're halfway through Shadowbringers.
Indeed.
I mean, technically we're halfway through if you count level 70, so 71, 2, 3, and 4 would have been roughly about halfway, but yeah, 70 to 75, and we are halfway through Shadowbringers, so yeah, as I stated in the start of the video, it's probably going to take about 2 weeks, just because of late start, maintenance, all that stuff, to for Rain and I to get adequately prepared. So hopefully we will get this done fairly quickly, and we might be able to tackle this on like a Monday or Tuesday following. Keep an eye on the Facebook page. I'll leave more confirmed updates for that one for sure. So if anybody wants to tune in and check out more reactions and stuff, you can. This is getting really good, because now I'm wanting to know like how Alphino and Alizé is gonna respond. I'm kind of curious how, if and when and how Yustola and Urianger are going to tell us exactly what is wrong with us, since, you know, nothing seems to be happening, but, you know, whatever, from absorbing all this light. So, but yeah, there's a lot of interesting kind of like, I'm curious how it's going to go down versus what is going to go down. I think my big question at this point, me personally, is with all the areas we've been to, we still have 2 other areas to banish Light Wardens from, Amarang and Kulija. So I'm curious which one of those places we're heading to next. Any idea or thoughts or comments or questions or speculations from you, Rain? Strawberry does warn us to be prepared for a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting. So we'll see.
Thoroughly looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll see what comes of that. There's lots of potential for things to go right, lots of potential for things to go wrong. Like, as far as story goes, ARR has been probably my least favorite, just because it's a good story in my mind, but it's just like there's a lot of hit and miss points in my book. So, and then Stormblood, as good as it was, in my mind, it didn't touch anything else. Right now, it's getting to the point where I'm having trouble deciding like which story I'm liking better, the story that Heavensward told or the story I've gotten from Shadowbringers so far. And that's just a personal note.
I would have to say I'm thoroughly enjoying the Shadowbringers story. Heavensward was fantastic, but this one's kind of kicking a lot of ass.
Yeah, Shadowbringers is getting really good. Like, before it came out, it was Heavensward in my mind had the best story. Had a lot of the good moments, had a lot of like stuff that kicked you right in the feels. Just a lot of those great, you know, it really fucking sunk it. As Rain has eloquently put it, Heavensward did a very good job at kicking your heart right in the dick. Heavensward did a very good job with that. Stormblood didn't do it so much. Some of the patchwork, in my mind, did a better job with kicking your heart right in the feels than the actual expansion did. But
yeah,
Shadowbringers is hitting it right on every note. From as much as we complained about it, the gameplay in my mind is still pretty smooth, even with all the changes to the hotbars and everything, and class skills and everything.
I'm actually liking a lot of the changes personally.
Yeah, the changes are actually a lot better than we originally gave them credit for. The scenery, the environments are outstanding. The music is what makes the game, obviously. You want the music that sets the tone for where you're at, and Shadowbringers is hitting it right on pretty much every note, in my opinion. But Rain can attest, there are some musics that I haven't thoroughly enjoyed. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the the theme for Lita Laron in El Mang.
Yeah.
That's one of those where it just kind of depends on where I'm at when I hear that music. So
Yeah. In that particular instance, when you're with the Pixies, that music just irritates the crap.
yeah, it
When
just
you're at the village in the northern place, it reminds me of Dark Cloud. So
yeah, it's got a more welcomed vibe. So, but all the things in my mind that make a game, especially a Final Fantasy game, great, it's hitting it right on every note. And even if it's not 100%, it's easily pushing like 99%, like in the 90% accuracy range. So it's hitting it right on there. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to what happens next.
yeah, no shit.
So, like I said, this one was going to be a short stream just so we could get through the rest of the 75 quests.
What do you think about maybe a trial roulette to
round it out?
round it out?
Yeah, I'd be down for a trial.
Do Pasa?
How about you, Paso? Would you like to join us for a trial roulette? I'll give her a chance to answer while I figure out what I want to run. 699 742. She says
Cool.
sure. So 358 94682. I know I'm probably gonna regret this, but I'm gonna run Scholar.
You're not the biggest fan of Skull.
Yeah. Alright. Insta-Q.
Very nice, very nice.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's see what we get.
Dun,
You know,
dun,
it served me right. I bought frickin' Titania's music. We'll probably get Titania.
Oh, don't say that. I still have yet to get to Tanya since we ran through it, so I don't even think I would know how to properly do it.
No, we got it free.
Okay, this one I'm comfortable doing as any class, so... We got a Lala Bard.
Burn the lava. Kill it with fire. Ifrit's the perfect one for this.
When we say kill the Lala with fire, we could not have gotten luckier in terms of primal. Ah! No!
Bad touch?
It's getting a little hot. Oh yeah, that's right. Rain, just out of dumb curiosity, are we allowed to make a minor exception for Strawberry because she is a Lala?
Yes, Strawberry is an exception.
Alright.
Stream Buddy Lalas get
Yeah,
special treatment.
Stream Buddy Lalas get special treatment. You will not be involved in the Lala massacre. You get a pass. You get a pass, Strawberry, for being awesome. Ah! No! No! Oh. Goodbye, Jack. Delilah is down. Delilah died by fire. You got your wish.
Oh my.
I hope you die in a fire. I hope you get shot in the heart.
Okay, let's make that even more fitting. I'm a freaking machinist right now, too.
Hope you
As
get
long as
shot
just a
in
little
the
bit, too.
heart. Hope you get stabbed and expire. No!
Oh, shh!
Oh, it burns.
I only took one. I can handle it. I can take it.
No. Kill him. Kill him. Get him. Thank you. Da, da, da. Mm-hmm. 1.7 mil. That's an improvement over I think what I got last time I ran one of these.
Yeah, I'm literally less than a mil away, I think.
Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream doing something that I've been wanting to do for a little while, but it's not something that most people have an easy way of checking out. And this way, Rain can actually see a few of these as well, because unfortunately, not everybody is always privy to the screenshots that somebody has on their PlayStation. So, just to kill a few extra minutes, I'm going to show you a few of the screenshots that I've actually managed to take over the years before logging out. Just because I think it's kind of funny, because you always kind of wonder, what does everybody like screenshot, you know? And please bear in mind, there are some very pervy shots in here from me, but... So, I'm going to share some of these. This was taken a very long time ago, when I still had a girlfriend, and this actually had me, my roommate, my now roommate, my at-the-time roommate, my at-the-time girlfriend, and Rain. We are all in this photo. I was looking to get a new photo for use on my PlayStation, because my hard drive got wiped and I lost everything.
Gail was in there too.
Mm-hmm. So, what else do we have? My first venture into Kugane. My first time actually being here. And me and Rain with his main character. The main character he played as. And thus we were donned the name of Wonder Twins, because we had a very interesting, like, without even meeting each other, before we even met each other, we just thought it was really weird how, like, almost spot on detail for detail our characters looked to each other. The Shadowbringers logo, I wanted to hang on to that because I knew once it was gone, so I screenshotted that. Me and my in-game wife.
Dear.
Yep. But when she had short hair. This is the only screenshot I have of me, my roommate, Rain, and a friend of ours past floor 150 in Pot D.
That was Lene.
Mm-hmm. Here, this one was another kind of fun photo that I got, is because this actually, the female Aura in the strife gear and the glowing katana, that was actually my roommate, Nanashi, in Reno. But this was one of the last few things we did together before he was arrested. And so in this photo you've got Sev, our friend Zarok. For anybody who's tuned into Darien streams and seen me make the comment, the Colorado friend, myself, and my friend Nanashi. Then I got my screenshot of the Stormblood. Me impaling my Colorado friend. These are the kind of fucked up things I will do and try and get a good shot of. And my roommate, which is actually kind of funny. The only reason I have these photos is I wanted to show there was equal treatment. My roommate and my Colorado friend are married to each other in-game, so it was only fitting that in-game they both got plunged in the head by a Dark Knight sword. One of my alts and one of Rain's alts. Yeah, the
Sounds,
you and Zarok.
Oh, Jesus.
So that is the blue-haired Makote is one of my alts. Her name is Zenobia Dragon Fist. And the Aura in there is one of Rain's alts named Azael Adaro. And then pictures of the actual wedding day for mine and my in-game wife.
Dear God.
We have a couple of friends in there. And this is back when Rain was a sick and twisted bastard. He would actually he had 2 accounts and would have characters logged in at the same time just so get a few extra people there. So he's actually got 2 people in this photo.
They're standing side by side, too.
Mm-hmm.
Although that technically was Anna standing in for Alicia.
Yeah. So, if I remember correctly, first pervy photo coming in here very, very shortly. Just FYI. It's only natural for a husband to get a screenshot of a first-person point of view of his in-game wife's bust. It's only natural. It's only fair. If you're not, you got something wrong with you. And then I had to get a shot of the eyes because I've always been a fan of the 2-colored eye thing. Blame Yuna. So a lot of marriage photos. And then, the classic riding off on the Chocobo photo.
Mm-hmm.
This one was fairly more recent. No. I've always been a fan of this shot. If anybody remembers where they're from, this one was probably one of my favorite shots, images, whatever, that came out of ARR.
Yep.
I do have video. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I will explain just a little bit of this.
This was the first time.
This was the first time Rain and our friend Zarok first got to Byakko. It was their first time doing it, and we went in completely blind. We did not share with them anything on how to do anything. We were dicks, and they survived without dying. So this was shortly after I got the, I want to say this was the regular Mendacity weapon for Dark Knight, and I was just super happy because I was like, I'm Sephiroth in Cloud's gear. And the first time I got to test it out, I queued in for a trial roulette, and boom, I got Susanoo. So, me and the in-game wife on Bismarck. This is another one of my alts. I wanted to do an alt for every race, just to see if I could actually make a good-looking one. So this is my Aura. I decided to try and get a little fancy after defeating Tsukiyomi for the first time. I think this is, once I kind of figured out the fight, this was one shot that I got. This next time around I got it. So it was too hard not to go for that shot. It really wasn't. So I had to quickly try and spam getting that shot before the fight picked up again.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
My Shiva posing.
So much Shiva posing.
Here is my Ellison alt Mia.
She's the reserved type, supposedly.
Yeah, she's the prim and proper girl. Another one I had to try and go for doing Tsukiyomi. This holds very special tribute because this is actually my background, my cover art for the Facebook page for Strife Eclipse Gaming.
Indeed.
Me and Sev, after doing a thing of a great hunt, one of my roommates alts with my aura alt. Here's another pervy shot. Can you guess whose panties I'm looking at? I will fully explain this. Originally it did not start out as the intent to get a pervy shot. It was, I completely missed it the first time because when I got to this part, I was looking for someone to help me run it because Sev wasn't on, nobody else was. I was still living in Reno, nobody was on. I didn't know anybody who would help me run it, and I was kind of like freaking out. So I completely overlooked this one. And I was just like, holy shit, they actually do show it to you. That's whose panties they are. I completely missed that the first time round. It actually took a second playthrough to actually catch that one. My alpha minion photobombing me when I tried to get a picture with the other students in the Doman Enclave. My alpha minion being cute in Ishgard. A very interesting froze pose for Circus Tower for my alt. A rare kind of pose moment between me, Sev, and Rain. And the angle I managed to actually find here was just too damn good to pass up. See? I'm not the only one. Strawberry didn't notice it either. And then fucking around with G-pose.
Yep.
This actually used to be my cover art on my PlayStation way back a while ago. This was actually just...
Still pops up periodically on my desktop.
Yeah, this was something that I managed to quickly put together for me, my roommate, and Rain with characters of ours with the G-pose and in-game settings. So, you know, I was really kind of proud of how this one turned out because I had tried a couple of different ones and I was just really happy with the way this one turned out. So I have this one saved on my PlayStation and I occasionally throw this back on as my cover art. This one, I have this one because this was just really fucking weird. We could not explain why our chocobos were doing this. And it doesn't matter who we're on, they still occasionally do this, and we do not understand why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one, I still have this one just out of little courtesy. This is the only time I have ever actually seen this.
Oh shit.
This is the only time that you will see I have gotten every single player comm out of a dungeon. We just gotten out of AlphaScape V3, and if you actually count it, I got 7 player commendations. That's the only reason. One of which was from Rain, but still, 6 other people gave me their comms. That's the only other time it's happened. That's the only reason it's staying here. And I'm pretty sure that's my last perv moment, but can you blame me? bunny girl ass. Before bunny girls were even brought into FF14. Some random screenshots I got when playing through, when trying to catch my alt up to Stormblood. We have the Alpha Inception. We found Alpha and Omega with my Alpha minion.
Yeah, that was cool. They pop up all sorts of random places.
I wanted to kind of keep this trend going. I'm almost done with the pictures, I promise. I wanted to keep this trend going. I don't have it anymore. I had a photo of when first getting to the waiting point of queuing in for Final Steps of Faith with Strife, looking badass, waiting for the queue to pop. And I wanted to kind of continue the trend with my alts when I got a decent shot. So I did it with my first alt, never got a chance to do it with my other alts because they became kind of speed runs. So, but this was one that I did manage to hang on to. I do not know why. I think this one was just I needed to see how kind of ridiculous looking the sneer looked, so I quickly did it and then like screenshotted it. Just how weird the sneer looks. It looks more of a smirk or a grin than some of the actual like facial expressions do. It's actually kind of funny. The second time, no, this was the third time after trying for so long, finally getting back on top of Kugane Tower. So this one I may show at another random time, but this is actually kind of funny. We decided we wanted...
Oh god, this one.
We wanted to be ballsy. So me, as you can see in the party list, it's me, my roommate Sev, Rain's main, our friend Natsu, our friend Paradox, and our friend Zarok. And we all decided to go tank, and we wanted to see if we could all survive Bahamut's Giga Flare unsynced at 70. So I'll fast forward just a little bit here. Just so you can see, Natsu got caught and got killed, and through the whole time in Discord, he was just freaking like egging me on. Come on, you know you want to join me. So to fuck with him, I kept like inching closer to his dead body and just making him think I would actually do it. Just totally fucking with him. See, I'm actually right there next to his dead body.
That was funny.
I even, was kind of a dick. Hug. But the moment of truth we all came for here. Just the only part I'm going to show. Here's the result of an unsynced tank group against Gigaflare. Terraflare. All tanks. You can clearly see, like, the HP count right now is Zarok's at 69,000, Paradox is at 44,000, Natsu's dead, Tyrant is at 82,000, Sev is at 84,000. I'm sitting on 105,000 HP. And I'm popping every cooldown I've got. Boom. Zarok dead. Paradox got covered, and with all his cooldowns, didn't take a lick of damage. Natsu's already dead. Tyrant dead. Severance down to 3,984. I went from 105,000 to 27,000.
All because I covered Paradox.
Even with Hollowed... part of me wants to sit there and think that if it hadn't been for Hollowed Ground, Sev might have fucking wiped out on that one too. But yeah, unsynced at 70, not a savage, just regular frickin' Bahamut Prime, final coil of Bahamut, turn 4. And that's how much damage he can frickin' do to a party. It's redonkulous. So
it was amazing though.
So the last few photos I got here was, I got the closing screenshot of Stormblood. I managed to get this on my first run. So I was like stupidly happy to kind of get this one as the send-off from Stormblood to Shadowbringers. Oh. This one is going to hold special place in my heart for one reason and one reason only. This is
I know what this is.
This is me and my in-game wife, my roommate, and a randomer doing a leveling roulette, and we got Google Library. Well, the samurai, who apparently has no idea what the hell they're doing, like, kept dropping stuff in the wrong place, refusing to, like, hit the lights in the proper order, so it finally, like, it scared me at one point where you will actually see I am locked on to Nabi, who's the samurai. And I use rescue to pull her over to hit the light.
That was great.
Because you can clearly see before I pull her, she's over there with the rest of them, and she starts heading towards the second light. And it's just like, no, you're gonna screw this up. We're running out of time. No, get over here. So that place is gonna These are the most recent photos I've taken. When my roommate lost his house in game, he redecorated the guardhouse and he redecorated Rain's FC house. I don't remember exactly where this was taken at, but I could not pass up the chance for the lighting effect, so I took a screenshot of this real quick. And the last one, only because of the fact that the screenshot was actually pretty decent. Can anybody tell me what dungeon that's from? Do 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 no 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 no. Alright, so to wrap that up, that is right before Gaius Van Belsar's extremely long, absurdly long-winded, how the hell did this elevator get so long monologue before fighting him on the elevator in Praetorian. So, yeah. So that's all the screenshots I have. It's just, I did have some kind of fun things in here that I wanted to kind of share off, or share and show and have some fun with. I do have some screenshots for Bloodstained, but yeah, I'm not going to go into that one too much right now. I do have other ones here, but I think I did end up kind of deleting them just to make sure I had room on the hard drive. So, anyway, so we're all good here. Strawberry, thanks for hanging out. I know you're tired. Go to bed, get some rest. Paso, thank you for hanging out with us and helping us with that dungeon. It is very much appreciated.
Indeed.
And hopefully we will get caught up level-wise here very, very soon, so we can continue on the 76 side, because now we got a lot more interesting questions to answer. So that being said, thank you guys for hanging out with me and dealing with this kind of impromptu, kind of planned, kind of not stream to finish up level 75. Just gonna give you guys the heads up. As I said, it's probably gonna be about a 2-week wait for level 76 on FF, just because of grind time and conflicting schedules. And due to the fact that I kind of screwed up on my Persona stream, I just want to give you guys a little heads up that the Persona stream on Monday will probably go a little longer than the 3-hour kind of mark I've been trying to do, because I got to try and grind out some extra cash. But I got to a save room that is at a point of no return, so I can't go back to that room without progressing story and dungeon and just, yeah, so forth and so on. So the stream on Monday, September 2nd, will be a little longer than normal. which Rain isn't going to mind because he's a freaking huge Persona fan. And also, if you guys are interested, keep on the lookout for this coming Tuesday, September 3rd, is going to be the debut of a new Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Revelations 2, featuring my roommate Severn, who is going to be playing the most defenseless character I can possibly give him, so you hopefully you all get the benefit of enjoying him scream. To be fair, I have only played the game one time through, in its entirety. And it's been a while since I've done it, so you're probably going to get to see some legit kind of like jump scare moments from me as well. So, but yeah, so Revelations 2 is going to be happening. I'm going to try and span that over a total of 4 weeks to cover the 4 chapters. And then I'm going back to Resident Evil with Synthric for Resident Evil 6. And then, yeah, there will be one more Resident Evil game to cover. And then I will be done with the Resident Evil series unless they put out a new game anytime in the near future or release some of the other games I don't have access to for playable purposes. So, anyway, and yes, Bloodstained, I am hoping, I am praying, unfortunately with my day job kicking me in the ass lately, it has been a little difficult for me to maintain a schedule for that one. I am praying and hoping that I can get back to that this Sunday night, so keep an eye out for that. Until then, stay safe, have fun, have an amazing night, amazing day, amazing morning, depending where you are. I don't care, just have an amazing fucking day because you all fucking deserve it. So thank you to Paso for helping us. Thank you to Strawberry for chilling with us. Thank you, Rain, for actually having the patience to fucking sit there and work at the snail's pace that I'm working at, because I know you have the ability to move forward and you've been patient, so thank you. And I will hopefully see you all Sunday for more Bloodstained. If not, for sure I will see you on Monday for Persona. Until then, stay safe, have fun, stay awesome, stay freaking fantastic. And if you're gaming right now, and I know you are, remember to game hard, or go home. And I will see you guys on Sunday.